All right, so Jeff and I have been working on this a little bit. We filled in the hole, took the forms out, filled this in, and then I just kind of smashed it down with the excavator. Then, of course, it's going to have to be lifted more. I didn't want to lift it more than this because what I'm hoping is that when we get this big storm that's coming in, it's going to rain and it'll really start packing this down more. I've ran it over with the excavator a lot, but it'll sink some more still. I'll probably get a plate compactor eventually, but I've still got to dig through here and put my pipes in for my drainage for my gutter drains. So until then, it is what it is. So hoping the rain comes, this big storm settles it some more, and anyway, it should be good. Brick wise, I don't have enough bricks. The mason thought I did, but then I don't think he's thinking what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna have to get him here, and we're gonna have to do a heart-to-heart on what I'm thinking and what he's thinking. I really needed enough to get, because it's going to peek up underneath over this door. I need enough bricks to do that too, and they're not going to match. So I'm really not sure what to do here. I could rock from post to post and then rock from gutter to the corner. So it would be stone and brick, like a mixture. And then just leave the brick around the window and then stone the rest of it out. So that's a possibility. Not really sure what to do. I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, rock wise. It's easy to keep rocking. I mean, if I zip boarded up the top, I could still rock up right above that. But the stone is very expensive, right? So even though we would do faux stone, because I mean you'd be mortaring it to the existing brick, but I don't know. So that's kind of where I'm at. Not sure what to do yet. But I'll probably talk to him. We'll figure it out. I'll probably put another half post against the wall if I do that, and then there'd be brick or rock stone from the half post to the half post, and then straight up, and then a triangle, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Right now, I think we're washing Jeff's tractor, getting it put away, cleaned up and done, because I think I'm done with it until probably October if I go out and mow some more. But until then, that'll be it. So we'll wash it up and get it in the garage, hopefully get it clean before the storm comes, and then we'll be on to other things. All right, see you guys in a while. All right, so it's early morning Monday, and my mason here, my buddy, I'm not gonna I'll put him on speed from a distance. I don't want to get up in his business, you know. He's an older guy, probably doesn't want to be on camera. Most older guys don't like that too much, so we'll put it on speed and film from a distance, but you'll get the idea what he's doing. He's laying the block, so. All right. We were going to do brick around the porch. We have since changed. We're going to do stone, and we're going to do a stone feature up around the door into the triangle that I'm putting on. But anyway, here's my buddy. He's laying the blocks for me. right, so one of the projects that I need to get done now that I got the block in is to get these gutters underground. So I bought the pipe. I know people are gonna chastise me for buying this pipe. I could go with the green pipe. I just want everything on this side past the concrete to be hardcore permanent, right? And then after that, I'll use green pipe or whatever where I can just dig and replace it if I need to, if I crush it or whatever. But on this side, I really wanted to just not have to worry about it, right? And so I used the thicker stuff. Anyway, enough about that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. I'm short of 45, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking, or I wasn't thinking, but I'll have a 90 in the corner. It'll all come up and collar it, just like I did the building. I'll have a 90 here and collar it, so that'll drop in there. This has been pushed out, but I'll make it so it goes down tight again. So when the new gutters are put on, they'll just go straight tight. Anyway, so then that'll branch out. You kind of see I kind of have it laid out how I'm going to do it. Of course, it's not lined up or anything, but I got to get these rocks out of the way. I'll line this up, kind of figure out what I'm going to do here, and then I'll dig the trench out and come across, and I'll do a 45 and then a 45 and then run that line straight out down beside that concrete. I'm not sure I'm going to get that deep. I guess it'll come down. I guess I will be about that deep by the time I get there. But it should just come right in front of that concrete across and then just go out in daylight. I'm just going to dig it past there. I don't want to go any further until the concrete trucks are in and poured because I don't want them crushing the pipes. So I'm just trying to get to the other side of the... Actually, I just need to get on the other side of where the sidewalk's going to be poured, which is 4 feet either way in the middle. Anyway, so I got to do that. And then this one will just be a 90 down, come to a 45, and then just shoot down right beside the other one. That's the goal anyway. So I'm kind of just going to line it up right now. I'll get through these rocks and the gutter stuff that's in the way. And then I'll just kind of line my pipe up and kind of mark where I'm going to be. And then I'll dig that out and I'll laser it down. So make sure I get a drop all the way down, but I can pretty much see, you know. So we'll see. Shouldn't be that tough. I'll start shallow and work my way to that deep. Should be fine. Anyway, we'll get that done, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Shouldn't be a hard project, just covered up, but I'm not trying to go deep. You know, if I get it a foot under, what do I got over here? I have about a foot here. So if I get down there and I'm a foot here, that means I need to stay pretty shallow up there just to make sure I got a fall. I don't want too much fall because the water will go too fast, but just a nice gentle slope would be great. And yeah. So anyway, I'm going to play around, line it up. Obviously, I don't have all the parts. I'm missing a 45, so I'll probably just get this one done. And then I'll have to go to the store and get a 45 to finish that one out. But that's what we got to do. I can lay this, I can lay the long run in. I'll use that 45 over here, but I'll lay the long run in and have that ready to go. So all I got to do is come back, put the 45 on. I can pull that pipe forward, and we'll be done. Anyway. I got to swap the bucket out on the excavator. I got the big bucket on. I need the small bucket. And, you know, I'll clear this stuff out of my way. And we'll get busy. All right. Sounds like a plan. All right, so I was just going to move a couple rocks, but I ended up moving the rocks and then kind of starting to bang this out. They had concrete coming out here from mortar coming out. I guess they just filled the mortar in to hold this from going down. It probably looks like an afterthought or something. I'm not sure what's going on. It is kind of weird. Their bricks are all over the place here. I can't control the pass though. So basically what I'm going to do is just get in here, dig this out a little bit with my shovel. I'll have to go get it. And then start putting this in. I was going to lay it out and then dig it out on the ground, but instead I just scraped the whole thing down. I'll get a shovel and just kind of shovel it to there. Then I'll figure out my 45 from there and dig that out and then go it on down. And then I will lay this out to make sure I pick that 45 up at the right place. But this is kind of got to be in first anyway, so I don't know. I'm kind of winging it, but yeah, I'll get this kind of set up and then I can just kind of run that down there from there. right, some of you might wonder what I'm doing. I was putting that line up with the existing gutter, which is kind of stupid to be honest with you, because I want the gutter to be towards the middle or back of this post instead of being in the front. Sometimes I get caught up into this is the way it was, so I start building for what's currently there instead of thinking about the way I want it or whatever. And the way I want it is to either be on the back side of this or be towards the back side of this post, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I just dug it over, and then decided after I dug it over that wasn't far enough, and I dug over some more. So now I think I'm kind of happy with where it's at there, and be towards the back of that post. I know it's not straight, but I'll straighten it up. But anyway, there you go. That's what I was doing. So now I just kind of got to do some figuring about what this is going to be. And then I'll put that in. I'll put my 2 uppers on. And then we'll figure out where we're going to cut that 45 to meet that over there. So, yeah. So that's about as far as I'm going to dig that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put this pipe in and 45 it down. I won't put the 45 on there, glue it in there, I guess, because I need to go get another one. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just put it in there and go get the other one and then come back and finish. Yeah, I probably will do that. And I'll probably just go ahead and bury that pipe up to here. And then I'll go cut straight from there, and then I'll just push that in. Because it's not very steady ground down there, and I'm going to leave it open on the very end. I don't want to go any further than that because the cement truck has to get up here to pour this top. So I'll just end them there. I'll tape the ends, and then I'll just put rock on top so I don't lose them. But yeah, and then I'll push this dirt back in on top of this, and so it can start settling down in there and get that going. Yeah, so we'll get 2 lines going up to here. The other line will go straight, of course. Eventually, if I get this in and glued in, then I can cover this up, get this dirt out of my way, come back and cut that trench straight up that way. So I guess that's what I'll work on. All right, somebody's gonna ask me why I'm not using a level. And it's just because I can clearly see I'm going downhill. I mean, this footer is level. I know that to be fact. And you can see we start at the top of it and we end up below it, which is exactly where we need to be, because down here, that footer is almost right on top of the dirt in this corner. I mean, you're barely up. And so I just need to stay on the ground. And of course, I'll keep, you know, there's a joint there so I can kind of crook it and let it fall as we fall down the hill out there. And I'm going to drop it in front of that beautiful, beautiful tree right there. Christmas tree. Trying to think of the name of it. Giant green albaveda. It took me a second. Arborveda. So it took me a second. Giant green arborveda. I don't know. It just wasn't on the top of my head. And this one is just a red bow we pulled off the farm. It was just a little thing. It's doing good. I think give that a couple years. It's going to be great. If I can keep the bugs off it. All right. Anyway, I'll get some caps when I'm there. Cap that. Put a rod there. You know, just marking where it is so I can find it. I'll probably actually just leave it open. I'll fill it right up to it and just leave it open. But I'll put a rod there just so we don't lose it. I got some big rocks I can put there too. All right, so I'm gonna do something backwards here. I'm gonna go ahead and lay these pipes in. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna come up here and start digging. I think that way. That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll lay that pipe in. If it starts raining, I'll just drop a pipe to wherever I'm at and then cover it back up. I kind of wanted to, well, I can push it over that. So I'll probably push this stuff over that just so it's out of my way, and then I can dig and put the dirt on that side as I go straight down that way. That's probably what I'll do. There's not a lot of room on this side to put dirt, so, and I don't want to lose my boxes here. All right, so this is probably the last time you'll see this because I'm going to cover it up. Actually, I should put my risers on there. Probably the row below, one row below is where I'll cap them. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, so we'll do that. I'll get some risers, cut some risers. I can use that. And we'll get some risers on here and get the caps on those. So those will be done. And that way dirt won't fill in them when I'm pushing the dirt back. And then we'll knock that out, fill this in, and then we'll just carefully get down here and start digging this way. That second pipe's got to come along here, up there, 45 over to that. So that's ridiculous. The phone line was 1 inch below the surface right there. So I think it's still fine, but I don't use it, so it doesn't matter to me. But I ain't irritated. They didn't even put it in the ground. So I guess I'll kind of bury that. When I dig this, I'll kind of scooch the thing back so I put that in the ground a little further. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I hate when people do that kind of stuff, right? I mean, you put the conduit there and then you just put it 1 inch in the ground. I mean, I know it didn't erode here. Whatever. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll do this out, straighten that back up, and then bury that line. Goodness gracious. It's not even hooked up here. I let the neighbors have the line because I didn't need it. right, so I got to go to the store and get my elbow. I think I'm going to get the different angles just to try it out, because that's not 45 would be pretty steep, right? I can dig over a little further or cut it short and push it further. All right, we're back from the store, and it just seems like it takes forever to get to the store and back these days. Seems like a half an afternoon, but I know it wasn't that long. So I got a 45 and a 22.5 just to kind of see how that would lay out, and we'll throw that in there and go from there. Let's see, 22.5. That looks about right, actually. That one may be the ticket right there. Oh, good. I was just thinking in the store that might not work, but that was perfect. So 22.5. I'll take this one back. It's 15 bucks. I think 15 or 16 bucks. Ridiculous. What things come to? I got 2 caps for the ends down there, so I can cap those off so they don't get dirt all up in them and stuff. Because I know when we start doing concrete and all that, that's going to be in the way. So I'll cap those suckers off. I'll just set caps in. See, there's already dirt in it now. Not that a little bit of dirt's gonna hurt it, but we'll just cap it off so that we don't get a bunch of junk in there. Nice and protected. And yeah, so now I'll get to gluing. Basically, it's gonna be, this will go fast now because I got that done, but we'll have to shove some pipe up underneath the excavator, and then I'll start filling her back in. All right, well, let me get on that. Alright, so we got a little bit more cleanup to do here. I'm going to have to bury that wire and clean all that up. But we got her all smashed in, halfway graded. I didn't really go crazy on the grading because, honestly, until I get this done, it's going to be a mess, right? So I think, we're going to have to bring in some gravel here. That'll have to be this level here, plus 5 inches for the concrete. So I'll probably put about 5 inches concrete up there anyway. We got to give this one more day anyway, and then we can start filling this with gravel. And then, of course, I'll pour these in with concrete as we go, especially the ones with steel, but all of them. And yeah, it'll be good. I got to cut the one brick off this side right here just so that it's even with that side. Wish I had already done it, but I'll get it. Can't wait to get the concrete on there, get the gravel in there, get the concrete on there, and get it poured, get the step on, get the sidewalk in. That'd be great. Get the stone on, get the roof built, get a shingle. Anyway, we're gonna go clean up. All right, so I didn't film this, but I filled this up with gravel, smoothed it out. I cut this down too because this will have to be concrete, and I'll have to put gravel in here. Again, we got to come up quite a ways to match this corner because it's kind of curve in to the 4-foot mark, and the same thing with over there. It'll curve into the 4-foot mark, and then we'll go from there. So I got to level that and then add 5 inches, and then that's where the stair will be to step up onto the porch. So we're getting this slowly but surely. Of course, I want this to pack some more. I really want it to rain before I put any gravel in here, but we just haven't gotten any rain at all. It's been quite some time. It rained all around us on the weekend, but didn't rain here. So anyway, that's the status update. She is full of gravel, ready to go. We just need to put the rebar into the front porch and extend it out into here, and then tie these in, cut these a little shorter, and then tie them in. But and then of course we'll fill all this with concrete, do the porch. We'll have to build a frame around it. Oh, I need to cut that brick out still, so that's still on my list of things to do. I need to cut this brick out. All right, I will talk with you guys later.